Hello and welcome to another Toybox audio video demonstration video, but we're not going to deep dive. We're just going to make some quick bass presets in Tangle Synth. Here's the default sound. So let's turn off unison and just open up the filter for the moment. So what we're going to make first, let's make a kind of 3 oscillator Moog style bass sound from the kind of 70s, 80s, the favourite era of all the best musicians, I'm sure you'll agree. So what have we got? Let's go. We want 3 saws. So there's one saw. There's another saw. Let's just detune this one a little bit. I've got my thumb on the shift key to fine tune, to give me finer control. So there you go, there's a little bit of detune there. And now we will use the ramp generator for the 3rd oscillator. These will all be the same octave, all these noises. So we click on key tracking button there. We also want the ramp to loop, and you can see the little timing of it here. At the moment, let's turn the volume up so we can hear it. So there's the ramp generator. So that's an octave above. So let's pull it down. Hold the shift key. So a little bit of detune movement, and let's turn the other. 3 oscillators. Let me just explain what I did on this ramp generator here. So we've got this sounding like a saw as well, because the rise is at its minimum and the fall is kind of the saw shape. So the rise is the attack of the saw tooth, and the fall is the tooth shape, the fall. And that's why it sounds like a saw wave. We can brighten it up a little bit by adjusting that shape knob, so that sort of softens the edges a little bit. There's a little other hard edge there. And then, so let's turn these up. So there's our 3 lovely oscillators, and let's take a modulation lane 1, plop a little shape in there, and we've taken from out the unipolar output and put it into modulation slot A. And there we go. Let's just switch that to... There's a bite on that, isn't there? I quite enjoy that. Let's slow it down a little bit. There we go, that's quite fun, isn't it? So there's your classic 3 oscillator Moog style bass. Let's do another one. Let's double click on some things to reset them. And I think we'll do a kind of white noise sub sound. So kind of getting the main tone from a self-oscillating filter. So let's stick some noise in there. Let's just make sure we've got nothing affecting that. So there's the noise. There's our self-oscillation. First of all, let's put key tracking on, because we want it to match the notes that we're playing. And let's just check the other filters, because there may be a... So these self-oscillating filters filter without any input. So with the noise, you can hear it wobbling around. And with no input at all, see, all these are at minimum. we can just get that. And there we go, that is just a self-oscillating resonant filter. And we can just stick a bit of distortion fun on it as well. And of course there's a few other flavours of this kind of self-oscillating filter. There's a few of them here. Let's see what happens with the diode. Might need a bit of... Okay, that's not gonna give us what we want, but that's not surprising because that kind of filter doesn't tend to do that. It's familiar to the 303 users. This is like the silent key, yeah, like the MS-20 filter. So this will self-oscillate, as you can hear, but it's got a different kind of character. Let's turn the distortion down. That is nice. There you go. There's some self-oscillating sub-bass noises. Okay, let's try another. Let's go for a kind of... So this Tangle oscillator has a lot of high-frequency content. Let's sort these out. Pitch up a few octaves. There we are. So if we go, stick on the sine wave initially, and we do this, there's a lot of high frequency content going on up there. All that interesting stuff. But on its own, it's not very bassy. Some parts of the spectra are, some knob configurations, but there's a lot of stuff here that's kind of losing the low end, which is fine because oscillators do crazy noises. So can we reintroduce the low end? Yeah, why the hell not? So let's get I kind of like that. That's a nice noise. Let's set that to -12 exactly. Maybe put it back as a sine wave. And then we turn the Tangle oscillator down a little bit. And we can distort them to kind of bring the tones together. It kind of sounds like some kind of FM algorithms. When people are trying to create the high frequency content, it's kind of like that. But a bit more controllable. And some different soundscapes to explore. I love that stuff. Really vocally. And then what happens if we just tickle? Nice stuff. Oh, that's surprise. Surprise! More high frequency stuff happening there. just tickle this. Oh. Oh, and then it goes into the wonderful stuff. But there you go. That's not even, doesn't even have a moving filter on it, but you can hear a kind of filtering movement. Anyway, there you go. There's 3 fun bass noises for you. Enjoy, have fun, come again.